You are listening to the audiobook production of Learning to See, A Photographer's Guide from Zero to Your First Paid Gigs by David Molnar, read by the author. This is going to be fun. Author's note. As a special thank you for buying this audiobook, I've recorded an accompanying video lesson for each chapter to illustrate the more technical aspects of the material we cover. It's a completely free resource for you, but I apologize ahead of time for all the puns and dad jokes in the recordings. Throughout this book, you'll hear examples of how to apply the concepts we explore, but in some cases, it's just easier to watch a step-by-step video tutorial. I've also included a list of the latest gear, resources, and tools I recommend, since those are changing faster than the publisher can print paper. To get free access, all you have to do is go to photomentorship.com/LTS. I also want to mention, as an exclusive bonus for this audiobook, we've created a companion guide in PDF format where you can view all of the pictures we reference in the book and all the diagrams, and I'll let you know throughout the book when you should reference that PDF. Enjoy. Introduction. I was never supposed to be a professional photographer. It's amazing, though, how almost dying can change the course of your life forever. My creative career began on a crisp December 24th when I was driving 90 minutes to reach the nearest mall for some last-minute Christmas shopping. My 1981 mustard yellow, rusted like crazy Volvo station wagon with the white fur seat covers, don't even ask, was affectionately called Marva, and she was old enough to buy beer. I, however, was not. Having just turned 18 a few months before, I had gotten my private pilot's license and was on my way to becoming an airline pilot. The plan was simple: finish senior year of high school as an undefeated wrestler, win the state championship, and accept one of the many scholarship offers from the universities that were courting me. Then leave my sleepy little town in North Carolina, get a bachelor's degree in something, and work my way up the ranks until I could fly planes for a living. But that day, all those dreams came to a crashing halt. Driving 62 and a 55, I saw something out of the corner of my eye drifting toward me, and to this day, I still don't know what happened. One moment, I was cruising on the highway. The next, I woke up in a hospital with the nurses telling me it wasn't my fault. There had been a head-on collision in which the closing speed between me and the other driver was well over 120 miles per hour. When I came to, my legs didn't work. My whole body ached, and I knew I would never wrestle again. Take a look at image IA in the PDF guide to this audiobook. You'll see my dad and me in the hospital on Christmas Eve 2002. My world was turned upside down that day. I found myself at a point in life where everything I thought was going to happen did not. I was not going to college, not on scholarship or for any other reason. I would not wrestle again. I would not become an airline pilot. The life I had envisioned just would not be. The irony of that accident, however, was that it gave me eyes to see another life that was not only possible, it was necessary. I had to get a new vision for the future since the one I had was no longer possible. I would one day start to see it come together, but that was still a long way away. As I dug my way out of a minor depression, a new path started coming into focus, not as a wrestler or a pilot, but as a photographer. We'll come back to all that, but for now, all you need to know is that life doesn't always go the way we expect, and that's where some of the best stuff can be found. When you fail, whether in photography or in life, you can always refocus on what's important and take another shot. Why I wrote this book. My journey toward becoming a professional photographer started in struggle. I remember all too well what it was like to hustle through a decade of work, using painful trial and error to stumble my way through to eventual success. My dad gave me his old Nikon 35mm film camera so I could take photography 101 in high school. After graduation, I had to beg a nonprofit to let me volunteer as a photographer for their organization. During this time, I began to tackle the basics of how my camera worked. I also started fumbling around with editing. Next, I worked with my godfather,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?